No, I know that Selectite is a kind of a perverted version of Amélie. But Amélie was not in our mind, or was not in the mind of Alberto Marini when he wrote the script. But of course, there's this kind of relation. Yeah.
Do you know some novels of Catherine Arleif of France? She wrote some perfect crime stories, and it's very evil. And one of them is got film with Gina Lollobrigida and Sean Connery.
Oh, it's classic.
Do you know some stories of Catherine Arleif? French stories.
What is the reason for the complex with the sick mother? For the this complex with the sick mother. Sick mother.
Well, the sick mother is a role that is put in the story just to let for different reasons. Or one of the most important reasons is to let us know things about what's really going on in the story. It's kind of a clue just to let us explain the story, and at the same time to open a new question. It's about the relationship between son and mother. For me, what's really interesting, the possibility to suspect that Caesar is not, probably he's not his son. Probably he's probably he choose a woman in a hospital and just say, okay, she's my mother, and go to that. I don't think so. I think he's actually he's the son, but with that relationship between mother and son, we discover the level of cruelty of Caesar.
I thought concierges are an extinct profession. How many concierges are there in Spain?
Before the movie, there were a lot of them. Now, I think. Yeah, that's of course is a job in extinction, but because they're automatic. In Spain, we say automatic concierges. You know, the buttons. Yeah. Because the automatic concierge, el portero automático. In Spain we say portero automático. The buttons, you know. And these horrible machines killed the concierges. But there's still some of them in Barcelona and in general in Spain. But 20 years ago there was plenty of them. Now that you can find after the release of the movie in Spain, I was a little bit worried about the reaction of the concierges about the movie. And there's not a lot of concierges, but one day when I went to my son's school to talk with the teacher, and when I was coming back to home, I was crossing a street in Barcelona. I was crossing the street, and there was 4 concierges in 4 how you say portales, in 4 doors in the street. 4 concierges in 20 meters, and I was really scared because it's not 1, not 2, 4, but nothing happened.
Yeah, you said that you want the audience to feel with César, but how do you want the audience to feel towards the girl? What was your goal? How should the audience feel towards the girl? What was your...
Well, I wanted the audience to identify with the concierge, but not all the time. I wanted the audience to be confused and to force them to have a trouble in mind, you know. I mean, I wanted the audience to be in the side of the girl at the same time. That's the trouble. That's a conflict. What we wanted is a conflict, a moral conflict. But at the same time, I can be honest, and during the making of the movie, I dreamed with an audience being a little bit against the girl, because she's so happy and smiling every day, and it's easy to suddenly be against that attitude. But it was very subtle, you know. But I wanted to let the audience to find all these elements, all these subtle elements, to make the conflict.
I have a general question. How is the movie making situation in Spain right now with the crisis and the right-wing government now? Is it getting worse? Do you already notice that? Or is it still...
Hat man die Frage nicht verstanden? Nee. Also gefragt wurde, wie allgemein Ja, die Frage war, wie in Spanien gerade allgemein die Filmszene ist, ob es schwierig ist wegen der Krise. Ja.
But in terms of movies, well, in fact, but I'm not sure if because of the crisis, but in Spain, the cinema is in a very, very, very important crisis, because people are not going to the theaters. I don't know how it's here in Germany, but in Spain, one movie, for example, right now, makes the half that made 5 years ago in terms of box office, you know. But Sleep Tight worked very well in Spain, but worked very well, but in that situation, in the proportion of that situation. If the film was released 5 years ago, probably the box office will be the double. I'm not sure if it's because the economic crisis. Of course it is, but it's because the culture of download movies by internet in Spain is a very big problem.